Nope. Sunday morning, my one day off. Hooray, hurrah. The problem is that I broke my 30-day challenge on day 3. My 30-day meditation challenge. I'll tell you what happened. Yeah. I thought about it about 3 times during the day, but what had happened was I got no sleep the night before because my daughter pretty brutally beat down her caregiver pretty bad in the middle of the street, which turned into a manhunt, which turned into a 5150, which normally I hate. Ooh, it's a beautiful, bright, beautiful day. It's too windy. It's nice, but I just realized it's too windy. It's not going to happen. If you go down there, you just start getting whipped by the sand. So what happened was, it was an all-day extravaganza on Friday. I did do the meditation on Friday, but because of the sleepless night on Friday night, when I woke up, well, I was woken up very early in the morning. Anyway, there was no sleep essentially on Friday. And what happened was, oh yeah, I had to get up early because I had to speak to my assistant because she has my Instagram phone. And she had to get me a code so I could get into Instagram ads. So I talked to her. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I just had to go back to sleep because I had no sleep. So I slept from 11 to 1, and then I had to start work. And then I worked all day. It just was work all day. And then I had to speak to my Al-Anon sponsor so I don't lose my mind. I also had to spend a good deal of time on the phone with the psych hospital where my daughter has been placed. She's now on a 5250 hold. She has absolutely no mental picture that she's committed a crime, a felony, beating someone up like that. So that's, everything's concerning. Every fucking thing is concerning. So I talked to my Al-Anon sponsor. I went to my Al-Anon meeting, and then I spent 2 hours filling out an apartment application because I'm still trying to get her a new apartment. And I literally, I just passed out. So I missed my meditation yesterday because of sleep deprivation, essentially, when I sort of stopped to evaluate that. It's sleep deprivation. So, got to start over again. Today's going to be day number 1 of the 30-day meditation challenge. I will start again. For this very moment in time, very short, little, tiny snippet in time, today I will be able to breathe a little bit because she's in the hospital, and I know that while she's in there, at this moment, she's not going to be killed. She's not going to go disappearing. She's not going to hurt anybody. I don't know what's going to come of it. She's not getting kicked out on Monday. I know that because it's gone up to 2-week hold. So she could get kicked out on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Just because they do a 5250 doesn't mean she stays the whole 2 weeks. But I'm going to restart the meditation challenge. I feel a lot of gratitude this morning. I don't know why. Sometimes it's spontaneous, and I'll tell you why. The sunshine. My daughter's alive. I have tools at my disposal to defeat cancer, and I'm using them. I need more, but I'll take what I got right now. And I just got to unexpectedly have an hour-long conversation, or actually it was probably about 90 minutes, with Susan, which is a very rare treat. She's someone that I really, really love, and she called because my daughter's in the hospital, and but we really got to talk about her, and that I felt great about that. I love learning about what's going on in her life right now as we speak, and how she's doing, and that really brightened my day. I love you, Susan, if you ever see this. Yeah. I have a lot of visceral fat to lose. Did you know that visceral fat is one of the highest risk factors for cancer that you can have? That, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, eating red meat, eating meat, period. And stress. Those are the top causes of cancer. So, talked a little bit about that with Susan, about, how calorie restriction and movement was not working for me over a long period of time. I've now been on keto I stopped being on strict keto a couple of weeks ago because I eat what the hell I want on Saturdays, which means I'm not staying in ketogenesis. I used a glucose monitor last time I did a 4-day fast, and my glucose did not get into the range of ketosis for 3 full days. So I did not dip down into the low 3s. So I have to fast completely, nothing going in, for 3 full days to reach ketosis. So this 20 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbohydrates a day is not going to get me into ketosis. So I don't know how to get rid of this visceral fat, but I've got a 10 fasting insulin. I've got my cortisol. I did the cortisol P test. It's through the roof. I'm running on cortisol, jet fuel. Don't you love my little eyeglasses Band-Aid? I don't give a fuck. I really have to get a new pair of glasses because I'm talking to clients and they're probably wondering, like, who is this fucking nutty professor? Anyway, I'm just rambling along. I'm not happy that I missed my 3rd day of the meditation challenge, but I'm going to start over every single time I miss a day until I get 30 days in a row. And I'm prioritizing getting that automated thing up and running for my business. I'm running my first Instagram ad right now, and it's not going well. So I got to figure that one out. Back in the day when Facebook first started, I used to run ads, and I would get like 1,000 followers in a week. And I would get, like, stuff would happen. And like now I do it and nothing happens. So I guess that's how they make more money. Get you to buy more ads that aren't working. It's a beautiful day today, meteorologically. I hope wherever you are on the Sunday that you are loving yourself. I'm going to try. All right, so I completed my my redo, my do-over, my mulligan on my 30-day meditation challenge. I did it. I got it done. Did the generous present moment, Dispenza, this time. Passed the Karman line for a moment, and when I passed the Karman line for a moment, I was in a room. There were white tiles. The light source appeared to be sunlight. But I was in this room. There were white walls and white tiles. I was moving briefly through the room, and then it went away. That was it there, but I slipped past the Karman line on that one. And then I stayed, kind of in the vicinity of the Karman line for a while. I definitely had that wordless, indescribable, physical, corporeal feeling that I can't describe. So I was in the zone, but unfortunately I didn't get past the line again. I really like that meditation. He stops talking for about 75% of it. There's no talking. And that has a really interesting effect sometimes. So I'm back on track. I'm going to do 30 meditations in 30 days. I had a really interesting experience. I've been so busy with everything for weeks now that I just haven't been able to go to the grocery store. I had nothing left, not a single lick of food left in the fridge, so I forced myself to go to the groceries. And I was in the grocery store, and I definitely had a window open. And what happened was I saw with utter crystal clear clarity, not with my eyes, but with my awareness, with my consciousness, that we are deeply, 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 deeply unconscious. Humanity, all of us, even the sages, even the evolved ones, even the awake ones, quote unquote, even the awake ones. An aspect of our humanity, our condition as human beings, is that we are deeply, 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 deeply unconscious. And that the suffering that we experience and that we see is literally 100% solvable today. It's solvable right now today. But we can't. There's greed, there's evil, there's machinations afoot and around that create the suffering. A lot of the suffering is manufactured by evil ones. But a lot of the vast majority of it is self-imposed suffering due to unconsciousness. Simply being unconscious. Human beings rise to the level of unconsciousness that they are at. They just don't rise any higher. And unconsciously they suffer. I was standing in the supermarket looking at everybody's grocery carts. And there's this poison that's in 98% of the food in Africa. It's called TBHQ. TBHQ is carcinogenic. It also destroys your immune system. It, among other things, it's a highly, highly carcinogenic compound used to preserve. And I just saw all of these carts left and right, affluent people. It was in the equivalent of Bristol Farms. We'll call it the Bristol Farms of Africa. Although it's in Africa and it's not as sophisticated as Bristol Farms, but it's the Bristol Farms of Africa, we'll call it that. So it's not the poor people. Although the poor people eat horrible food as well. And so these people are literally just poisoning themselves, paying to be poisoned. And I had avocado. I had went to the organic shop first. They didn't have any avocados. They didn't have any garlic. They didn't have any celery. And, so I'm looking at these foods in my basket that are covered with glyphosate. Sure, you can't wash an avocado. I soak. You can't wash garlic either. I soak the celery for a good hour with baking soda, but the fact that big corporations are allowed to spray our food with glyphosate, why aren't we fucking uprising? This is the kind of shit that calls for burning the Capitol to the ground. I mean, we are unconscious. To walk around allowing this? To walk around allowing our food to be filled with TBHQ? It's madness on a scale that you can't imagine. It's absolute fucking madness. I just had this whole view of how fucking unconscious we are. We accept this shit. It's mad. And I was looking around at all the workers in the market. All the workers in the market are Africans. They're Africans who get no education. Because the white folks get all the education in Africa. And just looking at all these beautiful people who are forever oppressed. They're going to be generationally oppressed till the end of time because they are being held back from education. This is the kind of shit that we should burn the Capitol to the ground over. I mean, it's I don't know, man. It's the shit we allow because we're unconscious. And I was shown that the vastness of our unconsciousness is infinite. This is why we don't know anything. This is why we don't know where we come from or where we're going, because we're unconscious. It didn't quite make me sad, but it gave me a profound feeling, just very profound. I wonder if you can hear the night birds outside. We are very unconscious, my friends, and no amount of meditation, spiritual study, or prayer can heal us from our unconsciousness as human beings. That is the message that I got today before I did my meditation, before I came down to meditate. And I did pray this morning and I asked for information, but I want information that's going to help me get the hell out of here. That's what I was hoping for, and that's not what I got. Maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe it's telling me I'm not getting out of here because I'm unconscious. I don't know. I just am speechless. I really don't know what the fuck is going on. This is a weird dream. It's a very weird dream, guys. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, maybe the next 29 days of meditation in a row will reveal more. I've got no action steps. My mind is just kind of spinning right now, wondering, like, what does it mean? Am I supposed to do something, look somewhere, look into something, do something? But what I was shown is this is definitely a matrix. This is a film. We're living in a cinematic film. I don't know if we get out of it. I don't know if we get out of the film when we die. Don't eat TBHQ, please. What can we do to band together and form a revolution against glyphosate? I mean, that shit needs... It is absolutely not. If we let these fucking data centers go up, I mean, shit is just getting really bad, guys. Fucking whack shit that we live with and we accept. Okay, just sitting home and bitching about it on Instagram, we're still accepting it because it's still happening. When do we sink our teeth into this shit and, like, make it stop? I don't see anybody putting down their fucking cell phones and organizing a revolution. That's what needs to happen right now. I'm really hoping that they wake up before the data centers start taking over. This wasn't supposed to be a tinfoil video, but I do believe that that was a supernatural awareness that was bestowed upon me in the supermarket today. So we'll meditate tomorrow. We'll report back.